Talking of our collaboration with external organizations, I want to bring in James Joseph briefly, who is the director of the Duty Legacy and the Alliance for Prevention of Atrocity Crimes, to very briefly talk about his work and his organization in regards to the Hazara community. James.
Thank you so much to the speakers, and thank you to HCUK for hosting this. I'm really not sure what I can add, except to sort of express my gratitude to the speakers and to everyone for attending this discussion. I think one thing I'll just say before that is that despite the sort of passage of time which we've seen since the original genocide of the Hazaras during the 18th century, these injustices are not confined to history. The Hazara community continues to be targeted in violent, systematic attacks in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, and elsewhere. And this extremist violence targeting the Hazaras with bombings, killings, marginalization has perpetuated a total environment of fear, insecurity. This is a stark reminder of the enduring threats to the Hazaras, threats that we've heard all too much about today. And I don't want this to be that people go away with a feeling of glib or sort of lackluster hope for what can happen. We know on legal, political, moral grounds this is a genocide, and nobody's in doubt of that. And we still have the ICC has an investigation into Afghanistan and the crimes committed there, and we have other mechanisms and largely it's civil society which can assist. With the takeover in 2021, we saw a massive widespread attacks targeting places of worship, Hazara districts across Afghanistan, and a total impunity which continues to resonate today in what, as Nayatollah described, as a slow motion genocide. And we've witnessed this surge of attacks, bombings, and killings across Kabul, Bamiyan, Mazar-e Sharif, Dawqundi, across Pakistan as well. And we're in need of legal protections and safeguards to protect Hazaras. And for countries across Europe to take domestic legislative action to declare the genocide a genocide, so that they can take action within the International Criminal Court and also give their solidarity to the cause. And this pain resonates deeply, not only with Hazara community, but also with it echoes through the consciences of those in the diaspora and also those like me who've worked on this cause for so long. And your unwavering spirit in this fight against oppression serves as a beacon of hope, both domestically and internationally, and a call to action for us all. So one thing I want to just go on to, which is where do we go from here? We know Hazara advocacy is widespread. The launch of networks such as those in Australia and Canada, the Hazara Committee in the UK, which does incredible work, and those across Europe must be coordinated. And we must establish a network to bring these efforts together. Now, the Alliance for the Prevention of Atrocity Crimes, which is under the Duty Legacy, brings together groups such as civil society, parliamentarians, academics, legal community, to put together research briefs and to advocate for the establishment of truth commissions, tribunals, and mechanisms to hold those accountable. Now, I'm not saying that the holding of the Taliban or proxies in Afghanistan is going to be an easy task, but it's one that we all must have a hand in. And the All-Party Parliamentary Group in the UK is paramount for giving a voice to communities. The Hazara APPG, as we know it, is a really core body for Hazaras to voice their opinions to parliamentarians and get it onto the legislative agenda. With a change of government here, that gives us even more steps. A number of ministers, well, those who are now ministers, are members of the APPG on Hazara. And as we move past party conference season, which is happening now, we'll set this APPG back up and get members back onboarded. And in the new year, and hopefully up to the new year, start hosting events and groups. But we need those in the diaspora and those in the UK to help us in that task. So what I say to people here is that we need to come together to bring the voice to one place, and or multiple groups or coordinated mechanisms in order to advocate, in order to legislate, in order to create change. Because as much as we can all sit here and show our appreciation and show our solidarity and show our commitment, there is little we can do without legislative, legal, and political change. And that includes changing the political framework for future Afghanistan. So what I say to everyone here today is this conversation cannot just be this conversation. It has to be a process. And we have to go away from here and think of ways which we can take the academic, the legal, the social, the political, that work that's being done in countries across the world, across the West, to hold Taliban to account, including domestic prosecution, including advocacy, including academic lectures, including explorations of the genocide, as we've seen by two esteemed experts today that I implore you to go and read the works of. But we need to continue this. So after we end this call, reach out to me, reach out to HCUK, reach out to Naimat and Bismillah, and reach out to those who you know in your networks who can help you to continue to advocate. Thank you.